I'm Morgan from Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a look at the CODEOFBELL Annex Case II, which I've been testing for 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, hit subscribe so that we can continue making content that helps you travel smarter. Let's jump in. So, taking a look at the exterior, it is made from a 100% recycled EcoPack EPX waterproof fabric, and so it feels very sturdy. The zippers have a AquaGuard coating on them to ensure that it stays protected from the elements. And it's important to note that just because the fabric and the zippers are like water resistant or waterproof, that doesn't necessarily mean the bag is. I would have no concern with like getting caught in the rain with this, but I definitely wouldn't like submerge it in a pool or something like that. The zippers are pretty smooth and they have these Hypalon pulls to them, which at first kind of looked a little big, but after getting used to them, I found that they were really easy to locate and pretty easy and smooth to adjust, which is always nice. And there's also like little CODEOFBELL branding on the like etched into them. On the front, there are 2 D-rings on the like right here on either side, and this works really well for like attaching like extra gear. Like I have my AirPods attached there instead of like inside of the pack. And then there are 4 more D-rings on the back, which is used for the shoulder strap, which I'll get into in a second. And then there are these loops as well. All 4 of these you can like attach different gear to, but I recommend like maybe sticking to like smaller gear, just because this is the side that would theoretically be like up against your body when you have the sling on, and that could get a little uncomfortable if it's like really bulky items. So the carrying methods for this are basically like shoulder strap or clutch style. To me, this felt like basically a slightly oversized clutch, and so it's pretty comfortable to hold in the hand. I never had any issues with that. There are no like grab handles. It's just basically clutch style or with the dedicated shoulder strap. The shoulder strap can connect to 4 separate points on the back here. These are those D-rings. They use this triangular carabiner clip and are like super easy to adjust depending on like how you prefer your sling to sit on your body. And you can have it so that it's horizontal or that it's vertical. I basically just stuck to horizontal because it opens up like a fan, and I felt like that would be a lot easier to get into. And then the shoulder strap itself is kind of like a seatbelt material. It's sufficient, like it's comfortable. It's wide enough so that it wasn't digging into my shoulder, but it is also like light enough so I could forget that it was even on. And so they also have a fidlock buckle, which is really easy to use and somewhat satisfying to play with. And then right here is an adjuster to help make it either longer or shorter. And this was like pretty smooth to use. Never had any issues with that. So this is what it looks like on in shoulder carry mode, basically. It sits pretty nicely up against my back. Never had any issues with it like moving around without like me actually like moving it. It can sit on the side too, because it's got like a very compact form, so it's not bulky. And I found that it is like a really good size to like have underneath a coat or a jacket, because it doesn't like stand out, or it's not so bulgy or bulky that it would interfere with like closing up a coat or a jacket. And then the fitlock, super easy, very satisfying. And I prefer it this way on my right side, but like I mentioned, these adjusters can be changed, and you can have it so that it sits on your left side, or you can have it so that it sits just like straight up and down vertically. So taking a look at in like some of the compartments, there's really only one aside from the main compartment, and it is the front compartment right here with this YKK zipper and AquaGuard coating as well. And it has like this nice dock right here where you can secure the zipper, and that just ensures that like no water or snow or anything like that can seep in as well. And it's pretty smooth. This is dome shaped to give you a little bit extra space in the front for maybe oddly shaped items. And it takes up basically the entire front of the bag in this like trapezoid like shape. And it is pretty big. I have just a pair of keys in there, and then sometimes I would put like my AirPods when I didn't connect them to one of like the D-rings. I would put them in here. It's like I mentioned, it's like a nice size, and then that's really about it. Everything else I would just kind of like attach to different attachment points, since there are just so many on this bag. So the main compartment has these dual zippers, and I'm gonna show they're pretty easy. They come like all the way down to this side so that it can really open up, and then it fans out to give you like a nice overview of everything inside. These gussets are really nice because it helps keep the shape and allows it to fan out, and it also ensures like nothing in the main compartment like that isn't in one of the organizational pockets doesn't like fall out without you knowing, basically. So with this specific case, I really liked the integrated wallet. This whole compartment is RFID protected first, and then it also has 8 card slots. And so this was really nice in that it kind of cuts out the middleman. So when I need to get my wallet out, I can just open it and not have to like fumble with like another wallet inside of here. I found that was really, really nice and really easy to use. And then behind the 8 card slots right here, there's a slip pocket, which can be used for like cash, works super easily. It kind of stays out of the way when not in use, which I also really appreciate, but it has like a decent amount of space too. So there's that one, and then there's a zippered pocket on the opposite side as well. And inside I just have like a field notebook. And then there's also these 3 elastic loops right here, which just have USB-C cable. They're pretty stretchy and they do a good job of keeping the cords or whatever you have in there in like one place so that it's not fumbling around. In the middle, there's this zippered pocket as well, which also can store some change, is usually what I would use this for. And then connected to here, there's another slip pocket right here, which can be used for like receipts or cash. I typically put my receipts in here, that way I can keep track of them and not lose them in my pockets. And then on the other side are 2 mesh pockets. They do not stretch a whole lot, but they do have like a nice amount of size so that you don't have to worry about like getting things in or out, but it keeps everything in it nicely contained. And I have just like some little ear stabilizers for my AirPods. Then I have a portable battery, and that's really about it. The only issue I had with this main compartment is because of the construction, I think. Flatter items are better off in this specific compartment, whereas like bulkier items like keys or the AirPods were better in the secondary compartment, like the front one, because trying to put like AirPods in here, it fits, but it does kind of tend to make the like bulge out and make it like a little bulky, especially if you have more like cards or a passport or something like that in here. I found that like thicker, like oddly shaped items were just easier to put either in the second compartment or clip on to the attachment points all around the bag. And then lastly, there is a pen loop right here for just a regular size pen. I will say I had difficulty finding a pen that fits in here because it's very tight. I don't know if you can see it, it's very difficult to even get anything through that. So this is probably better for like smaller like pencils, pens, stuff like that. I couldn't even get like an iPad pencil through here. So just something to keep in mind. So there you have it, the CODEOFBELL Annex Case II. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video.